snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here we go now. Green.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. And he's got a moonwalk. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second down, Darnold dumps off to Powell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
We got three, fellas.
He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Neil Sterling, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. Darnold. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leonard Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Mahomes. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Looking deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. Now it's Crowell. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, it's Crowell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Hot!
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Detroit! Detroit!
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with 4 seconds remaining. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is right through. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick.